Are you ready?
Welcome to the season debut of Adams Cable Channel 7 High School Basketball, featuring the semifinals of the 43rd Annual Pete Turonis NBT Bank Holiday Classic, as the Lakeland Chiefs take on defending champion Mid-Valley Spartans, sponsored by Adams Cable Service and NBT Bank. Courtside at Carbondale Area High School with the call of today's game, here's Glenn Muskowski and Steve Young.
Hello and welcome to another season of Adams Cable Channel 7 High School Basketball. And today we are at the Pete Turonis Gym in Carbondale for the 43rd Annual Pete Turonis NBT Bank Holiday Classic Semifinals. With Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick on camera, I'm Steve Young. Hope you're having a very Merry Christmas. And we have some great basketball for you on tap here tonight as Mid-Valley will defend their title against the Chiefs of Lakeland. The Mid-Valley Spartans, Glenn, they have been red hot this season as they will bring in an overall mark of 6 wins and no losses, while Lakeland will come into tonight's game overall at 3-2.
Well, Steve, Mid-Valley, it's a carryover from the great year they had last year. They went down to, I believe it might have been the semifinals or the quarterfinals, had met a tough team out of Central Philly, got beat in a really, really tough game, they're really rolling again. They play very well. They play good defense. They're scoring well, and they just have it coming. Lakeland, of course, has lost a few players, they're a little bit struggling a little bit now, but they're going to find their way as the season progresses.
Well, this will actually be the second meeting between these two teams, as Mid-Valley did defeat Lakeland by the score of 60-38, and Mid-Valley also beat Valley View by 22 points, 61-39. So the stage is set for tonight's game between Mid-Valley and Lakeland. What a great tournament this is. It's been going on now. This is the 43rd annual tournament, and NBT Bank, once again, the sponsor of this tournament. They had a name change. Last year it was Penn Star. Now it's NBT Bank, and we thank them for their generosity picking up the broadcast here on Adams Cable Channel 7. And Glenn, they do so much for this tournament, and you could really touch a lot of bases when you talk about what they do for everyone in the tournament.
Absolutely, Steve. They have been so good to us, our financial backer, for years and years. This tournament was the minor tournament. Then it was taken over by the Scranton Tribune. And then it went to the Penn Star Bank, and then, of course, Penn Star Bank changed its name to the NBT Bank. So this basically would be, our second year with the NBT Bank?
First year with NBT.
Yes. Exactly, right. But what they do for kids is unbelievable. They donate financially a good sum of money where each kid gets a gift. The new thing now, the cheerleaders, you could look at the cheerleaders out here tonight. They have they have T-shirts for them, along with the Hendrick Manufacturing Company, who donates the trophies. It's a Carbondale thing. It's named after Pete Turonis. It will now stay in the Carbondale area gym for forever and ever now, because of the fact of the space and the parking and the seating. So it's a Carbondale thing, but it's run by 4 good schools. I consider this one of the best basketball tournaments in Northeast Pennsylvania.
Well, competition-wise, most definitely. You usually see the best competition here in the Pete Turonis tournament. So Mid-Valley, coached by Mike Abda in his second season, they are rolling as they have wins this season over Lehigh Valley Christian, Notre Dame Green Pond, Lackawanna Trail, Lakeland, Montrose, and Valley View. And, of course, the Lakeland Chiefs overall at 3-2. They hope to play some better basketball coming into tonight's ball game. We will go to a quick break and return with more pregame highlights and a look at your starting lineups in tonight's 43rd Annual Pete Turonis NBT Bank Holiday Classic Semifinal on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
You can't buy convenience, but with NBT Bank Mobile Banking, you can download it. NBT Bank Mobile Banking places access to your personal finances at your fingertips, with the ability to check balances, view transactions, transfer money, and pay bills, you can enjoy the convenience of banking anywhere, anytime. Convenience counts to you, and that counts to us. Enroll today at nbtbank.com/mobile. NBT Bank, for everything that counts. Member FDIC.
Everyone is looking for ways to save money today. The Total Home Packages from Adams Cable Service are a great way to do just that. Starting at $69.99 per month, you can get cable, high-speed internet, and unlimited phone service. You're probably paying that much just for one service right now. Call Adams Cable Service today and ask about the Total Home Packages. Cable, internet, and phones starting at only $69.99 per month. Adams Cable Service has a package to meet your needs, and it's the smartest way to save money. Call Adams today.
Here's Glenn and Steve with more Channel 7 High School basketball.
Welcome back to the Pete Taronis Gym in Carbondale for coverage of the 43rd Annual Pete Taronis NBT Bank Holiday Classic semifinals, as Mid-Valley will defend their title against the Lakeland Chiefs. Lakeland this season, well, they lost to Valley View in the preseason opener, 59-42. They defeated Susquehanna and Lake Lehman. They lost to Mid-Valley, 60-38, and then Lakeland is coming off of a win on Monday over Blue Ridge by the score of 37-38. So for Lakeland, they played a game this week, but for Mid-Valley, Glenn, they've been off for 10 days because their last win came over Valley View Tuesday, December 16th, so they've had quite a layoff.
Well, Coach Mike Abner was a little worried. He says, well, and plus, as all coaches think, they always think in a negative sometimes. Well, it's the day after Christmas. You don't know what to expect. Well, I think you do. Good teams prepare no matter what time of the year it is. 10 days off, maybe they could be a little sluggish, but I think they'll find their way quick enough. And Lakeland coming off a win has a little bit of momentum. So this game can be a good one. But as we said before, Mid-Valley is rolling. They are scoring a lot of points, and they're giving up less than 40 points a game, which is always a standard I used to go by when I was coaching here at Carbondale. If you can hold a team under 10 points a game, a quarter, that is a goal I would always set for our teams.
Well, they will definitely pressure the basketball. We talked to different coaches around the area that saw Mid-Valley play, and it's ironic, Glenn, that they get off to this 6-0 start because they did graduate a lot of quality players from last year's team.
Yeah, but they have some kids coming up. They had played a lot of players last year when they were on their runs, and this is paying dividends for them completely. And they're doing very, very well, both on the offense and defensive end. And if they can keep it going, I mean, it's been a while since Mid-Valley really won this tournament. The last couple of years they've been playing well and winning it, but it's been a while. So they are the team to beat, I think, so far in this Northern Division.
So it is Mid-Valley and Lakeland here on Adams Cable Channel 7. Hope you're having a great holiday season, and we would like to be the first to wish you a very happy and prosperous new year. So, Glenn, the gym is beginning to fill up. Usually what you have is late arrivals for these games, yes, especially around the holidays, people going out to dinner, getting in some holiday shopping, getting in on all of the sales after Christmas. So the gym beginning to fill up here in Carbondale, and what a great move it was, bringing the Taronis tournament here to Carbondale area. A great venue, plenty of parking, comfortable, no problem.
Well, Steve, we had a little problem down in Mid-Valley, and it wasn't a problem. It was the fact that it was just a jam-packed gym last year. Perfect rivalries, Valley View, Mid-Valley, Carbondale, Lakeland, rivalries, both games. Nobody left the gym, and we had to turn away at least 100 people. And because of that, all the coaches and athletic directors came to the committee and said, why can't we keep this in Carbondale? I said, that's a thing that the schools will have to discuss. And quite frankly, they did, and it was voted upon by the committee, and it's going to be here forever now.
And it will work well for the Pete Taronis NBT Bank Holiday Classic. So it is now time for the starting lineups for tonight's game. And for the Lakeland Chiefs, overall with a record of 3 wins and 2 losses. Last year, they had an overall mark of 4 wins and 19 losses in the season. It will be Bryce Petrunich at point guard. He is a 5'9" senior, averaging just about 9 points a ball game. At forward, Shane Rivenberg, a 5'11" senior, averaging about 4 points a ball game. Curtis Reeves will line up at forward. He is a 5'11" senior, averaging 7 points a ball game. Tony Harding having a great season for Lakeland. He is a 6'3" junior forward. He is averaging over 17 points a ball game. And at center for Lakeland, Patrick Kloss-Walton. He is 6'3" and averaging a solid 8 points a ball game. Josh Natale, a great overall athlete, will come into the ball game as a reserve. He's a 5'10" senior guard, and look for Dan Brown to be in the ball game, a 6'2" senior center. And for Mid-Valley, a great starting 5 as they are 6-0 on the season. At point guard, it's Brad Kalinowski, a 5'10" sophomore, averaging 8 a ball game. Zach Nemitz will line up at guard, a 6' senior, averaging about 5 points a ball game. Jason Kenny, a 6'2" senior point guard, is on fire this season, averaging 22 points a ball game. Mo Blackwell lines up at forward, a 6'1" senior, averaging about 15 a ball game. And Danny Wood will be your center, a 6'3" senior, averaging 4 a ball game. And for Mid-Valley, they are deep off the bench also, Glenn. Aaron Poland, a 6'1" sophomore. James Urso, a 5'10" sophomore. Noah Tanner, 5'6" sophomore guard. Jeff Panetti, a 6'5" senior center. And Roman Crisafulli, a 6'3" junior forward. Boy, they are deep, so they could go 9 or 10 deep in the ball game. So that's a real benefit for Mid-Valley.
Well, they will, because they'll probably shuffle players in and out like they've been doing the last couple of years, because they're going to probably put a lot of pressure on Lakeland to bring the ball up court, and they're going to be hustling and doubling and running that floor if they get the ball. So I'm sure they'll be substituting freely as this game progresses.
Well, when you take a look at this tournament, Valley View owns the most titles with 18, followed by Carbondale area with 16. Mid-Valley has captured 4, Lakeland 3, and St. Rose 1. And now to Honor America, our national anthem. And with our national anthem, it's time for basketball here in Carbondale, the 43rd annual Pete Taronis NBT Bank Holiday Classic. So, Glenn, here we go with another season here on Channel 7. Isn't it great to be back?
Well, I'll tell you, it's just amazing how these months fly, and I seem like I get older and older and older.
Boy, the time sure does go by fast.
Boy, you think we just a couple months ago we were doing our first broadcast of a football game in shorts.
And here we are in the gym after Christmas.
That's right.
How about that? As the Spartans will make their way out onto the center court, along with Lakeland in their all-blue uniforms. So we're set for the tip-off. And at the center court circle, it is the 6'3" senior for Mid-Valley, Danny Wood, and Tony Harding will jump center. He is 6'3". And we are set to rock and roll in the Pioneer City. And the tip will be controlled by Zach Nemitz. And here we go with high school basketball.
Lakeland's coming out in their man-to-man. They put a little bit of pressure on the ball.
And Jason Kenny on the perimeter. Mid-Valley looks inside, but some good defense employed by Lakeland. Wood will work it right side. Kenny will give it up. And right now, Mid-Valley pretty deliberate on offense, as the Mid-Valley Spartans will work it around the perimeter. We'll see who will take the first shot as we have almost a minute gone by here in quarter number 1. Mo Blackwell will push it back outside, and he'll pull up with the jump shot, and the ball is rebounded by Harding. Here comes Lakeland. So we'll see just how rusty these teams are after the holiday layoff. And to Rivenberg. Ball is rejected, and here comes the fast break by Mid-Valley. They get the ball to Kenny, and he goes up with an off-balance shot that won't fall. And Lakeland will collect the carom as they will come the other way. And Harding thought about a three. He'll give it up to Petrunich.
Both teams in the man-to-man pressure defense.
And here comes Mid-Valley with Kalinowski off the loose ball. And Kalinowski will bounce pass inside to Danny Wood. Shot won't fall, and Wood goes back up with it. And he was fouled on the play. .6:26 left here in the first quarter. We are scoreless. And personal foul will be called on Patrick Kloss-Walton. Teams first. Wood on the free throw line shooting at 42%, and the shot is off the mark, so we remain scoreless as Danny Wood will have one more free throw coming. As a team, Mid-Valley is shooting at 63.8%. He misses two, and Lakeland will have possession of the ball.
Not very like Mid-Valley to miss some free throws. They were pretty good free throw shooters for the last couple of years.
Tony Harding off the drive with a right hand.
Nice strong crossover move by Harding and a nice layup under control.
And Lakeland takes a 2-0 lead. Mid-Valley tries to go inside to Kenny. They turn it over on the fast break. Here's Rivenberg with a spin move. Needs help. Looking. He'll put up the shot. Banks it off the glass. Ball's loose, and Lakeland will keep it going, leading 2-0 with 5:45 to play in the first. Rivenberg with a right hand. He'll dish off, and Petrunich off the drive, lays it up, bouncing around, rebounded by Danny Wood. Here comes Mid-Valley. From the outside, Nemitz misfires, and the ball is rebounded by Petrunich of Lakeland. 2-0 the Chiefs with 5:20 to play in the first. Harding with the jumper, got it.
Well, again, a nice crossover move again by Harding, but this time instead of going to the basket, he pulls up. That's a hard to defend if you can do both of those things.
And Lakeland is out to a 4-0 advantage as Mid-Valley will try to find that shooting range, and off the drive, the body twisting shot is good by Jason Kenny.
You can see why he's scoring at a 22-point game, a clip like that, with a move like that. That was a power move.
And Kloss-Walton with a left-hand shot. Misses. And here comes Kenny on the fast break. Down inside they go, and up with the shot was Kalinowski, and he was fouled. 4-2 your score. It is Lakeland leading Mid-Valley with 4:40 to play in the first. And on the free throw line is Brad Kalinowski, 5'10" sophomore, shooting at 67% from the free throw line. Second personal foul on Tony Harding. I believe the first time we mentioned that personal foul, Glenn, did we give that to Patrick Kloss-Walton?
I did.
I think that was Tony Harding. So the second shot is off the mark. Harding picks up two personal fouls, and he will bring the ball the length of the court for Lakeland.
Well, according to the scorebook board, Steve, Harding only has one, so we might have been right.
Okay. Harding will pivot, give it up to Patrick Kloss-Walton, back to Harding in traffic, and draws the foul in the lane. With Lakeland up 4-3, the action really slows down here in the first quarter.
And both teams are just feeling their way through the first couple minutes, being very patient on the offensive end, and defensively they're playing that tough man-to-man.
And the free throw by Tony Harding is good. He is shooting at 84% from the charity stripe this season. Lakeland with a 5-3 lead. And Harding converts two. Lakeland up by 3 as we near 4 minutes left to play here in the first. And it will be Mid-Valley with Jason Kenny from downtown. Battle for the ball, and it is Lakeland coming out of the pack with it as Harding collects the carom. So right now, Lakeland controlling this ball game against the Mid-Valley Spartans, and Harding with a long three. Off the front iron, no good, rebounded by Kenny. And in transition, there's a reach-in foul.
Look, you could see Mid-Valley wants to run the floor. They're going to do that constantly. So we expect an up-tempo game. And I suspect that Mid-Valley may go into a press soon.
And Petrunic was called for the personal foul as Kenny drives the left baseline and scores.
Well,
and the Lakeland lead
a move
is
like that, Kenny
one.
made that look so easy that time. Nice power move to the basket.
6-5. And Lakeland with the lead, but now off the turnover, it's Mid-Valley with the basketball. Starting to find that shooting range as Kenny will misfire on a long three. Off the drive, it's good by Mo Blackwell, and the Spartans take a 1-point lead, 7-6. Now Mid-Valley pressuring the basketball. Off the steal, the shot is good by Kenny. And Mid-Valley is on a roll, and with 2:59 to play in the first, they are up by 3 over Lakeland, 9-6 on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
You can't buy convenience, but with NBT Bank mobile banking, you can download it. NBT Bank mobile banking places access to your personal finances at your fingertips. With the ability to check balances, view transactions, transfer money, and pay bills, you can enjoy the convenience of banking anywhere, anytime. Convenience counts to you, and that counts to us. Enroll today at nbtbank.com/mobile. NBT Bank, for everything that counts. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Pete Taronis Jam in Carbondale. 2:59 remaining here in the first quarter, and it is the Mid-Valley Spartans up by the score of 9-6 as they go on a quick run. So right now it will be Lakeland running the offense with Tony Harding. Ball tipped away by Kalinowski. And it will be Lakeland to inbound the basketball as Bryce Petrunic will put the ball in play. And Harding will run the floor show and give it up now to Petrunic. So Mid-Valley, Glenn, starting to get in sync as Lakeland will drive to the basketball, and the shot is rejected as Rivenberg took it to the hoop. Lakeland will keep the possession with 2:31 left to play, first quarter.
Lakeland is spreading the floor a little bit and trying to drive down the lane, try to open up some driving lanes against the Mid-Valley defense. But you got 23 back there, Wood, who can leap, and he's an enforcer underneath that basket.
And now it is Tony Harding driving, putting the shot back up, won't fall. Battle for the ball underneath, and the shot is good by Patrick Kloss-Walton. And Lakeland now trails by 1, 9-8. 2 minutes left in the first, and Mid-Valley will set it up. And the Spartans will go to work. And they're being pressured now. They will work it around to Mo Blackwell, and Blackwell drives. I thought he was going to be called for a traveling violation, Glenn, but there was no whistle.
Well, kind of like a jump stop. That's a good offensive move if you can do it, but you've got to keep both feet on the ground at the same time. That's a jump stop. Up you go with it. That's normally a shoot off that type of move.
And do we have a timeout now? No, the officials will. Well, Tony Harding going over to the Lakeland bench. And there will be a substitution as Jason Kenny will come out. Noah Tanner will check in, I believe.
I think it's a blood issue there. It looks like there's somebody, the athletic trainer just gave him a piece of gauze or something.
And from the right corner, outside shot by Nemitz won't fall. And with Mid-Valley up by 1, 9-8, Harding will bring the ball across midcourt. Harding will survey the defense and give it up to Rivenberg. Petrunic now looking for a screen. Harding looking for room, will back it out to center court. 1:15 to play in the first quarter here in this 43rd annual Pete Toronis NBT Bank Holiday Classic semifinal. Petrunic misfires. Klaus Walton keeps it alive. Petrunic from downtown misses. Kalinowski has the basketball for Mid-Valley on the run. Looking inside, they'll kick it back out. Blackwell thinks about it, and with 48 on the clock, Mid-Valley will reset the offense. Clock now down to 39 seconds. Blackwell, nice spin move and a foul in the lane.
Little hand check, I believe, by Rivenberg.
Kalinowski will inbound the basketball for Mid-Valley. Up by 1, 9-8. Nemitz will take control. Now it's Tanner near the center court circle. And Mid-Valley with 25 on the clock. Pretty patient now offensively, and some good defense by Lakeland.
If you waited this long, you might as well wait for the last shot.
Now Nemitz will work it to Blackwell. 10
you got to
seconds.
go with about 7. Got to get going.
7 seconds. Blackwell will look. Thinks about it. Spin move. Gives it up. This will be Nemitz at the buzzer. And Mid-Valley will have a 12-8 advantage at the end of one quarter of play here in this 43rd annual Pete Toronis NBT Bank Holiday Classic on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
You can't buy convenience, but with NBT Bank mobile banking, you can download it. NBT Bank mobile banking places access to your personal finances at your fingertips. With the ability to check balances, view transactions, transfer money, and pay bills, you can enjoy the convenience of banking anywhere, anytime. Convenience counts to you, and that counts to us. Enroll today at nbtbank.com/mobile. NBT Bank, for everything that counts. Member FDIC.
Everyone is looking for ways to save money today. The Total Home Packages from Adams Cable Service are a great way to do just that. Starting at $69.99 per month, you can get cable, high-speed internet, and unlimited phone service. You're probably paying that much just for one service right now. Call Adams Cable Service today and ask about the Total Home Packages. Cable, internet, and phone starting at only $69.99 per month. Adams Cable Service has a package to meet your needs, and it's the smartest way to save money. Call Adams today.
Now back to the gym for more Adams Cable High School basketball.
Second quarter just underway here at the Pete Toronis Gym in Carbondale, with Mid-Valley leading Lakeland by the score of 12-8. And Tony Harding to set it up for the Chiefs. Harding with a 15-footer. Off the back iron, no good. Klaus Walton with a left hand. Ball is loose. Mid-Valley has it. Kenny on the run. Dishes off. Kalinowski. Kenny. Blackwell for 3. And it's 15-8, the Spartans. Now here's the pressure defense employed by the Mid-Valley Spartans. Now they'll back away. Boy, they could really pressure the basketball at times, Glenn.
Well, they look like they're coming out and pressuring the basketball. Once it gets in, they're dropping back into their solid man-to-man defense. And Lakeland seems to be a little awkward on their defensive side because the first 5 minutes they were all over everybody and playing them tight. Now they're kind of slacking off. You can't do that against Mid-Valley Acre. They're good shooters.
Rivenberg will dish it off. Nice save by Harding. Harding, beautiful pass inside. Rivenberg in traffic, had it stripped away. Here is Kenny, coast to coast, dishing off. Blackwell with the layup.
Blackwell.
And Mid-Valley is on a roll, leading 17-8. Now this full court pressure defense by Mid-Valley. We'll see if it causes problems. Someone should be open. Rivenberg had it taken away. Kalinowski picked his pocket, down to Kenny, up with the shot and the foul. So it's 6:24 to play in the half. Mid-Valley leads it 17-8.
Foul on number 10, Bryce Petrunich.
Petrunich called for his second personal and the 15 foul. Kenny on the stripe. And he has been red hot this season from the free throw line, shooting at 73%. 18-8. And it's 2 in a row for Jason Kenny.
It seems to me that Mid-Valley's gotten into their flow. Once they've gone into the full court pressure man-to-man, or with a little bit extra pressure on the ball, they seem to be getting into the flow a lot better than they were early in the game.
And now for Lakeland, it will be Petrunich giving it up to Jake Kuchmanich, who is in the ball game, wearing number 35. Klaus Walton looking to drive the lane, and there's a blocking foul called on Mid-Valley.
Foul on number 40,
Roman Crisafulli called for the personal foul, his first and the team's second. Beautiful inbound pass to Klaus Walton, missed an easy shot. Harding off the turnaround, can't get it to fall. Rebound underneath by Rivenberg, no good. Here comes Mid-Valley, Kenny to Blackwell for 2. Pinpoint passing gives Mid-Valley a 21-8 lead, and Lakeland wants a timeout with 5:41 to play here in the 43rd annual Pete Toronis NBT Bank Holiday Classic semifinal, and we'll keep it right here, Glenn. So Lakeland got off to a red-hot start, and Mid-Valley a little bit sluggish in the early going in that first quarter, but boy, it seems like once they got in sync, once they got their rhythm back, they've been playing well the last 6 minutes.
Their game is to run the floor. Their game is to pressure the ball, make steals, and go to the basket strong. And they were a little lax early. It's you said 10 days. They haven't played in 10 days, so you got to get all the cobwebs out. And once they got in sync, you're right. Once they got in sync and they started moving the ball and they started up tempo. And I knew it wasn't going to be long before they put the full court press on, because that was their bread and butter last year. So bottom line is, once they did that, couple baskets, get in the flow, everybody gets hopped up and they're ready to go. And in the meantime, Lakeland a little sloppy with the ball. You got to be careful. And they have opportunities because they do have 8 offensive rebounds, but they just can't put the ball in the basket.
Coming up, we will have Game 2 of the 43rd annual Pete Toronis NBT Bank Holiday Classic semifinal, when Valley View will take on the Carbondale area Chargers. That should be a dandy.
They played each other the other day, and Valley View had their way with Carbondale down at Valley View, but Carbondale had an awful lot of turnovers. But they came back the following game and played very well.
Here's Kenny off the steal for 2, 23-8, and the pressure is really hurting Lakeland as they almost throw it away again. Petrunich will try to settle down this Lakeland offense right now.
No, you can see Lakeland. See where they're starting their offense, Steve? It's almost at half court. By the time if you make a move, get past the guy there's going to be other guys coming to pick you up, and that's a nice move by Petrunich there, and a nice running one-hander.
And the 5'9" senior scores the deuce to make it 23-10. As Lakeland answers, there's a loose ball. Blackwell to the basket, comes up short. Klaus Walton with the rebound. Now Tony Harding for Lakeland will set it up. Boy, you can't get too far behind Mid-Valley,
no.
Glenn. Not the way they play. Off the turnaround, That was Klaus Walton drawing the foul.
I have the look at number 11, Kalinowski. It can't be me. I didn't do anything there.
Number 11,
Brad Kalinowski, of course, called for the personal, his first and the team's third. Patrick Klaus Walton on the stripe rattles in a free throw, shooting at 79% from the stripe this season. Lakeland as a team at 67% from the foul line. Here's the second free throw, good. Klaus Walton with 2, it's 23-12. Favor of Mid-Valley as the Spartans now will bring the ball across midcourt. And Mid-Valley will go to work. Kenny on that right side.
There's a nice little battle between Blackwell and Klaus Walton down below.
Here's Kenny with a nice scoop shot. Didn't get it to fall. The putback is no good by Danny Wood. And the foul.
And that's Danny Wood's third offensive rebound. So Klaus Walton and Wood are really hitting the offensive glass.
Yeah, that's what you really like to see, a good battle. Second personal foul on Patrick Klaus Walton of Lakeland. Sixth team foul. Wood converts to put Mid-Valley up by 12. And 2 in a row for Danny Wood, shooting at 42% from the stripe. 25-12, the Spartans. Now Lakeland with a lot of work to do right here.
They'll trap out of that zone, Mid-Valley, and then they'll drop back into their man-to-man, solid man-to-man.
Now Tony Harding all the way out near the center court circle will dish it off. Klaus Walton giving it up. Petrunich from downtown. Off the mark.
Good box
loose.
out by
And here is
Kalinowski. Great box out against Walton.
Blackwell, nice move. Here's the drive. Blackwell comes up short on the layup. And Klaus Walton with the rebound. Harding for Lakeland. Right to the basket. Lost it. And turns it over.
Yeah, good move, but...
Well, big crowd here in Carbondale as the fans continue to file into the Pete Taronis gym.
It's an ideal place to have a game, Steve. There you got plenty of room. You got plenty of room along the sidelines. The players are away from the benches where their people can walk behind them instead of in front.
Oh, what a shot by Mo Blackwell from downtown. And he gives Mid-Valley a 28-12 lead.
Another big thing about this tournament, and we forgot to mention it, on behalf of the bank, the committee of this tournament will donate a substantial amount of money to Make-A-Wish every year for some unfortunate child that is looking for a dream come true. And boy, we've had some nice stories come about some of the money we've given because of this tournament.
Here is Kenny going coast to coast, dishing off, and Harding intercepts the pass. 2:35 to play first quarter, 28-12 the Spartans. Lakeland looking to go on a run. Rivenberg crossover, dishing off, Kuchmanich.
Now you watch Lakeland.
From the outside, misfires, and here comes Mid-Valley with Kalinowski down to Blackwell. The layup good and the foul.
Oh, I think he hit his head on the floor there. Oof.
You know, he's in some pain right now, so.
I think he landed on his shoulders and then his head hit the floor like on his secondary bounce on his head. Oh,
we'll see if the officials will come over and try to give him a moment and check him out and make sure he's okay as Mid-Valley leads it 30-12.
Tough kid. He hit that floor hard.
Now, did they put the personal foul up on the board, Glenn?
I think it was on Harding.
Okay, second personal on Tony Harding. Seventh team foul for Lakeland. Mo Blackwell on the stripe, a 75% free throw shooter, and converts. 31-12. Roman Crisafulli will check in. He's wearing number 40 for Mid-Valley. Blackwell will get a breather. Now Lakeland with Tony Harding They'll bring the ball across the midcourt stripe.
I like Harding, played it cool that time. Got the ball. The double team was coming, then they backed off. You just wait and see what happens.
Petrunic will dribble away from pressure into Harding, goes up with the shot and draws the foul.
That was a nice bounce pass by Petrunic to Harding. Caught him right on the run and just got mugged underneath.
Roman Crisafulli, that's a 6'3" junior, called for the personal foul, his second. Harding converts for Lakeland, 31-13. Boy, Glenn, you think about when the tournament got going, when it was across town at the former Sacred Heart School, then known as the Carbondale CYC.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
As Harding converts to make it 31-14. The packed houses, and you're going to have a full house, just about a full house here tonight. But I remember times, Glenn, when I believe that the old CYC in Carbondale got so filled they had to lock the doors. They wouldn't let any more people in as Crisafulli scores from Mid-Valley.
Well, Steve, I can remember those days. I was somewhat in college and just getting out of college. They would be lined up around the corner to get in there, and you put in probably 3,000 people there because it was a little bit bigger than this, and it was pretty wide because you could put a ton of people standing on that back, on the top, on the back. It was rocking in there back in those days.
Mid-Valley leading 33-14, and from the left corner, Nemitz misfires. Here comes Lakeland with Petrunic on the run with the basketball. As we are down to 1 minute remaining here in the first. First half, I should say, as Harding posting up. Off the turnaround, off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Wood in transition. Kenny with the layup.
Jason Kenny.
They get down court quickly, and it's 35-14.
And they get down court and they look. They look down court. Everybody's has their eyes up, and they're hitting that open man.
Petrunic coast to coast draws the foul.
That's a nice strong move by Rivenberg.
It should be the, let's check and wait for it to go up on the board, but that is the third personal foul on Roman Crisafulli, the 6'3" junior for Mid-Valley.
He came off the bench 3/4 of the way into the first quarter, and he's hacking his way right out of this game. But he's playing hard, and then you can't complain. If you're playing hard, you commit fouls. But there's a time and a place to commit a foul too, Steve.
Shane Rivenberg on the stripe for Lakeland, 5'11" senior. And the ball is rebounded by Kenny with 30 seconds to play here in the first half at the Pete Turonis Gym in Carbondale. Now Kenny will just let the clock wind down, and Mid-Valley leading 35-14 will work for one shot. And Kenny will work one-on-one against Kuchmanich. 8 seconds on the clock. Kenny now thought about a move. He'll go to the basket, lays it in with a right hand, and that will bring an end to the first half of this 43rd annual Pete Turonis NBT Bank Classic semifinal, with Mid-Valley leading Lakeland here at halftime by the score of 37-14. So Lakeland got off to a red-hot start. Mid-Valley a little bit sluggish, but once Mid-Valley got going and they got in sync, they have really poured it on, and they are out to a big lead here at halftime. We'll go to a break, and Glenn Muskowski will come back and update you on the first half stats when we return here on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
Growing up, there are things that count, and at NBT Bank, what counts most to your future counts to us. That's why we offer iStrive, banking for youth and young adults. iStrive gives you a chance to grow your money skills with savings, checking, and debit products built specifically for you. So no matter what future you dream of, you can count on us to help you achieve it.
That they're on, and the first 3 minutes they will dictate how they're going to play.
And it will be Mid-Valley setting it up, going to work with a 37-14 lead here in the third quarter of play. From the right corner, Nemitz from downtown misfires. Kalinowski collects the carom. Back outside to Kenny. Kenny, no-look pass. Blackwell for three.
Well, he's on fire from the three-point line. That's his third three.
And it's 40-14. Now Lakeland with Kuchmanich in some trouble, needs help. And off the turnover, here comes Mid-Valley with Nemitz looking to dish off to Kenny, and some miscommunication there as Kenny gives him a big smile and Mid-Valley turns it over.
Well, you know, you run the floor, you're going to throw the ball away. There's no way about it. You're not going to get every basket off every run.
And on the inbound.
And there's just enough pressure
There's
by
the turnover.
Mid-Valley. Unforced error.
And with Mid-Valley up 40-14, it will be Mid-Valley going to work with the basketball. Kenny with an open look. Off the mark. Nice save by Danny Wood, and Mid-Valley will keep it alive. Spartans right now look to Blackwell posting up. Nice move with the left hand. Misses. Cross Walton battling for the rebound. It's loose. Mid-Valley will have it. They kick it out to Jason Kenny. 10-footer. Won't fall. Harding collects the carom. So Lakeland now with the 5'9" senior point guard. Bryce Petrunich averaging almost 9 a ball game. Guarded by Kalinowski. Will set it up. And off the drive, shot won't fall for Rivenberg. Loose ball. Kuchmanich will keep it going. Klaus Walton with a power move to the basket in the left hand, and he scores.
Nice strong move by Klaus Walton.
40-16 as Lakeland answers with a field goal. And Mid-Valley will bring the ball across center court. And the Spartans with Kenny in the corner. Danny Wood kicks it back outside. Blackwell for three. Rivenberg with the rebound. And Tony Harding wants to take the ball right to the basket. Pulls up with an open look. No good. Put back won't fall. Klaus Walton with a left hand scores.
Good. Again, 2 offensive rebounds.
And it's 40-18 as Lakeland scores once again. Kalinowski with an open look at the basket and scores. Went right around Patrick Klaus Walton for the deuce. 42-18, the Spartans.
Well, it looks like Mid-Valley hasn't missed a beat here, and Lakeland a little struggle still to get to put the ball in the basket.
Off the drive, Bryce Petrunich.
That's a good strong move by Bryce.
42-20. Now Mid-Valley as we near 5 to play in the third quarter. And from downtown, that was a great shot by Zach Nemitz. 6-foot senior guard to make it 44-20. Mid-Valley. Harding on the run. Wants to go coast to coast. Looking to dish off. Ball was knocked away. Lakeland possession.
You know, if he came in a little bit under control, he may have been able to go all the way with that one. He's looking though to pass the ball, which is good, but sometimes that forced pass is not what you want to do.
And the Chiefs on the inbound. Pass goes to Kuchmanich. He'll give it up to Petrunich. Harding to the left of the lane. Kick it back outside. Petrunich from 10 feet away. Misfires. Ball's loose. Blackwell collects it. In transition, here's Mid-Valley with Nemitz going behind the back. Kenny with a strong move to the basket draws the foul in the lane.
One step and he was gone by his defender, but little help from Harding. But the key is to give up that baseline, and Kenny's quick. You got to force him back to the middle to get some help.
First personal foul on Jake Kuchmanich for Lakeland. Kenny misfires from the stripe.
There's something out of the ordinary.
Sure, average at 73% on the season. What a year he's having. Can handle the ball, good free throw shooter. Good strong move to the basket. He converts on the second to make it 45-20 Mid-Valley. Now the pressure defense of Mid-Valley results in a Lakeland turnover.
There's two things on that turnover. Number one, Kuzmanic never looked down the floor. He got to look to the middle of the floor. And number two, nobody moved to get the ball.
Kalinowski on the inbound pass to Kenny. Blackwell will set it up for the Spartans. Nearing 4 to play, third quarter. They were looking inside to Danny Wood.
Danny got a little aggressive with the forearm. That's good if you can get away with it.
His first personal, team's first. And there is a break in the action here in the 43rd annual Pete Taronis NBT Bank Holiday Classic with Mid-Valley over Lakeland 45-20 on Adams Cable High School basketball.
You can't buy convenience, but with NBT Bank mobile banking, you can download it. NBT Bank mobile banking places access to your personal finances at your fingertips. With the ability to check balances, view transactions, transfer money, and pay bills, you can enjoy the convenience of banking anywhere, anytime. Convenience counts to you, and that counts to us. Enroll today at nbtbank.com/mobile. NBT Bank, for everything that counts. Member FDIC.
Everyone is looking for ways to save money today. The total home packages from Adams Cable Service are a great way to do just that. Starting at $69.99 per month, you can get cable, high-speed internet, and unlimited phone service. You're probably paying that much just for one service right now. Call Adams Cable Service today and ask about the total home packages. Cable, internet, and phone starting at only $69.99 per month. Adams Cable Service has a package to meet your needs, and it's the smartest way to save money. Call Adams today.
During the timeout, back-to-back turnovers by Lakeland and Mid-Valley gives Lakeland the basketball with just about 4 minutes left to play in the third as the Chiefs trailed 45-20. Klaus Walton to the right of the lane with the turnaround shot, and that left-hand hook, Glenn, pays dividends.
That's really a nice move by Walton. He backed his defender down, and he had a nice little baby hook. Nice shot.
And this is Danny Wood kicking it back outside. Blackwell. And Mid-Valley will be patient right here with the big lead. Nemitz looking for an open man, and he'll find Jason Kenny. Kenny dishing off. Blackwell. Nice move to the basket. Body twisting shot won't fall. And here is Petrunic coming out of the pack with the ball, and there'll be a reach-in called on Mid-Valley.
Well, that's a way to stop the fast break for sure.
First personal foul on Zach Nemitz, and the second team foul for Mid-Valley. Lakeland will inbound the basketball. Harding will take control. Now, this gym, Glenn, beginning to fill up.
It was a sad case last year when we had such a great crowd at Mid-Valley, and we stopped selling tickets. We didn't tell anybody they couldn't go in. We stopped selling tickets, but they couldn't get near the gym, Steve. Mid-Valley have four corners, and they have that area up above where we were broadcasting from last year. But the fact still remains, they couldn't even get into those areas in the corners. That's how many people were there.
Danny Wood with a nice putback gives Mid-Valley a 47-24 advantage. Yeah, this tournament just got so big that you needed this venue here in Carbondale as Klaus Walton takes a pass and scores for the Chiefs.
It's perfect. It's got plenty of seating. You have plenty of parking, and
very comfortable.
Yeah, it is. And it was not Carbondale that requested it.
And Blackwell with a right-hand hook gives Mid-Valley a 49-26 lead.
It was Mid-Valley, Lakeland, and Valley View that requested coming here.
Well, you want to give the fans the best venue in the area.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
You want them to be comfortable and enjoy the ball game. I mean, they're turning out for this tournament in huge numbers. It's getting bigger and bigger every year as Walton with the putback. And Patrick Klaus Walton continues to battle under the basket for Lakeland, and they hang tough.
He's got 6 offensive rebounds this game.
49-28. Mid-Valley. Nemitz from downtown.
He is a typical set shooter. He has to have an open area, and he's not a jump shooter. He's a set shooter. So if he's open, he appears to be probably one of their best outside shooters. So you can't let him go. You've got to play him a little bit. Kind of guy you play him kind of like make him play on the run. Set shooters like to be set up, and you play him on the run a little bit.
And as we take a look around the legendary Pete Turonis gym, Glenn, I'm very impressed with the Pete Turonis NBT Bank banner to our right. That's a very sharp-looking banner. It has all of the team logos on it. Nice touch.
Well, Steve, we've had that one banner for forever. I mean, since the Penn Star Bank probably took over the sponsor of this, but and it needed some cleaning up. It needed some updating, and there was a couple things we wanted to add to it that wasn't on the original banner. So we decided to let's make it look nice. I'll tell you what, to be honest with you, Eric Larson, myself, some people from the bank, and of course Mike Serra, where we got from Serra Signs, kind of came up with that, and I think it's a sweet looking banner. You know what we did last year also, Steve? At the spring meeting, we gave individual banners. You could look over there, right in the far end, over the exit sign.
Right.
To each school and the years that they won it. And quite honestly, all they have to do. These are vinyl banners.
All you have to do is really with some soap and water, right? You can wash them down if you had to.
Yeah, but all we do is just add the year. In a basketball, they sticks right on, and it's good. So we have them all the way up to probably my briefcase. I have them up to 2020 or 21.
That's good.
So we're good. We're good, and everything. Every school loved the banner. It's a little feather in their cap to put it in their gym to show people what years they've won this tournament.
And being vinyl, you could always, from daily routine, daily activities in the gym, you will collect a little bit of dust and dirt, so you could always wash it down.
If you look at those felt ones, they're tough. They get old.
Here's Kenny from the left corner from downtown for three.
Yeah, he's been a little quiet this half. That's his first field goal of the half. But again, wide open. You can't leave him stay open either. Because he's a slashing type player. I like this style of play.
Final 5 seconds of quarter number 3. Harding with a jumper. Misfires. Walton with the putback at the buzzer. That's good. And that is the end of 3 quarters of play here at the Pete Turonis Gym in Carbondale in the 43rd annual Pete Turonis NBT Bank Holiday Classic, with Mid-Valley leading Lakeland 57-30 on Adams Cable High School basketball.
You can't buy convenience, but with NBT Bank Mobile Banking, you can download it. NBT Bank Mobile Banking places access to your personal finances at your fingertips. With the ability to check balances, view transactions, transfer money, and pay bills, you can enjoy the convenience of banking anywhere, anytime. Convenience counts to you, and that counts to us. Enroll today at nbtbank.com/mobile. NBT Bank, for everything that counts. Member FDIC.
Everyone is looking for ways to save money today. The Total Home Packages from Adams Cable Service are a great way to do just that. Starting at $69.99 per month, you can get cable, high-speed internet, and unlimited phone service. You're probably paying that much just for one service right now. Call Adams Cable Service today and ask about the Total Home Packages. Cable, internet, and phone starting at only $69.99 per month. Adams Cable Service has a package to meet your needs, and it's the smartest way to save money. Call Adams today.
Now, more high school basketball courtside with Glenn and Steve here on Channel 7.
Lakeland inbounding the basketball to start quarter number 4 as they trail 57-30 against the Mid-Valley Spartans. Harding drives the lane right up off the glass with a right hand and scores. It's 57-32.
That is Harding's first basket this half, and that was a smooth move. He's a solid player. Mid-Valley's defense is geared towards stopping him, I'm sure.
Nice shot there by Chris Foley, but he misfires, and Lakeland with an opportunity right here. Harding crossover into Petrunich. Boy, that was a bullet pass. Petrunic did a good job to hang on to it. And from the outside, shot by Kuchmanich is an air ball. Kenny, coast to coast, dishing off, and the bucket is good by Crisafulli to make it 59-32, the Spartans.
Well, this game, the rest of this game, Lakeland's just got to learn from this. They're not going to catch Mid-Valley tonight. They're playing on all cylinders, but they've got to work and get something set for the rest of the year, and come out of this game with some positives.
Well, the third quarter was a little bit closer as Mid-Valley outscored Lakeland 20-16 as Kenny will fire up a shot from three-point land. Here's Tony Harding for the Chiefs. Harding, 18-footer, got it. 59-34.
You know, and Mid-Valley's bringing the ball up nice and easy. 25-point lead. They have no rush to do anything.
Blackwell will give it up. This will be Nemitz with an open look. Ball's loose. Lakeland comes up with it. Cross-court pass. Petrunic will fire up a three and knocks it down. 59-37. Well, this season, Mid-Valley has not given up more than 39 points, but they're going to... That record will be broken here tonight as Kenny drains a two-pointer to make it 61-37.
Well, Lakeland, I mean, believe me, Lakeland had an awful lot of shots here. They just didn't fall tonight. And
here's Klaus Walton. Oh, shot goes up. He gets his own rebound. Putback won't fall. Ball's loose. Lakeland continues to hustle. Kuchmanich will work it outside. Petrunic fires up a three. Off the mark. And Nemitz, double teamed, will float the pass out to Kenny. Here come the Spartans on the run underneath Crisafulli.
But they run that break really well. They look down court. Their heads are up. They're hitting the open man, and everybody's. The big key to that is to finish, and to get it finished when there's a foul committed, because most people look for the foul, don't try to finish. You got to finish strong and let the foul happen.
Well, Roman Crisafulli finished, and the 6'3" junior will go to the free throw line with Mid-Valley up 63-37. Personal foul is on Patrick Klaus Walton, his third, and the team's second. And Crisafulli misfires. Klaus Walton clears the boards for Lakeland. Here come the Chiefs with 4:45 to play in the fourth. Harding gives it up. Harding on that left side, looking for an opening. Thought about a three. Now he'll pull up with the shot and knocks it down. Nice move.
That is a textbook jump shot. Squared up, ball high, looking right at. Nice follow through. It's an excellent shot.
Very smooth.
And there's Kenny. One right back at you.
Yes, sir. 65-39 as Lakeland and Mid-Valley trade baskets. Now the Chiefs will go to work running the offense. And underneath the basket, Rivenberg misses. And coming out of the pack with the basketball, the Mid-Valley Spartans. R.J. Gouldsbury is in the ball game. 6-foot sophomore guard wearing number 12. Blackwell with a great defensive effort. Fully extended, hit the deck, bounced right back up.
Blackwell has a solid game going for himself also, along with Kenny on the offensive end. But Blackwell is he's really doing a great job all over the place. Defensively, strong to the basket.
And by the way, Glenn, coming up between games, the cheerleading competition.
Oh yeah, well, that is a big thing for this tournament, Steve. Cheerleaders, they have 2 sessions that they will perform. Four teams between games each night, and there's cheerleading judges from the National Cheerleading Association that come to this thing to judge them, and this is a big thing. You'd be surprised how many people come here just to see that. Oh, nice move.
Wood posting up.
Oh, solid move by Wood.
That was just a power move by Danny Wood. And Mid-Valley increases its lead to 67-39 over Lakeland. Is there what is the time limit for each
3
routine?
minutes.
That's good.
3 minutes.
Perfect. From the outside, Petrunich misses. Mid-Valley with 2:59 to play. Blackwell from downtown. 70-39.
That's Blackwell's 4th three of the night.
You talk about some sharp shooters. Boy, Mid-Valley has them.
Yes, they do.
Petrunich had it rejected.
And there's Blackwell. I mean, that was
Wood.
That
Danny
was
Wood. Kenny with a nice save. Mid-Valley with 2.5 to play here in the 4th, up big. Kenny will just bounce pass. Jeff Panetti takes it. Left-hand shot, draws the foul. Jeff Panetti, 6'5" senior, on the stripe for the Mid-Valley Spartans.
Steve, many years ago when I first started teaching.
There was about 5 minis there.
And they were. When I first started teaching back in January of 70, there was a Panetti family down in Troop, and boy, did they have football players coming out of that family. I just wonder how this boy is related. I'm sure it's I remember Gary Panetti, Bobby Panetti. Bobby Panetti's big lineman. Gary Panetti was a tailback from Jerry Prosciutti's Mid-Valley Spartans, and they were great athletes. I'm assuming this is probably a grandson or something, but that's the name is a Troop name.
Mm-hmm. And you taught at Mid-Valley.
I did for 3.5 years.
Panetti misses the free throw. Ball's loose, and Lakeland will come up with the rebound. Long down court pass. As we have a lot of new players in the lineup now.
Yeah, we have Lakeland. Lakeland is surrendered.
And from the outside, T.J. Arndt scores for the Chiefs. And it is 70-42. Kalinowski still in there for Mid-Valley. Blackwell, nice pass. Danny Wood. Off the turnaround, shot won't fall for Panetti. Lakeland has the rebound in transition. Here's Arendt trying to lay it up. Ball's loose, players hit the deck. We'll check the possession. 1:34 remaining here in the 4th. And Mid-Valley will advance to the title game of the 43rd annual Pete Toronis NBT Bank Holiday Classic, as the starters will come out of the lineup to a round of applause from the Mid-Valley faithful. Now the Spartans' second unit inbounding, or the Lakeland second unit, I should say, inbounding, and they draw the foul. Dan Brown will go to the stripe for the Mid-Valley Spartans, or for the Lakeland Chiefs, I should say, excuse me, a 6'3" senior. So, Glenn, your duties between games.
I'm going to have to run a little bit. I'm going to have to make sure I see these cheerleaders that just came in need to get their shirts, which were donated by the bank for the cheerleaders, and which is a great thing. They do so much for kids. It's just outstanding. We can't say enough about the Penn Star. The Penn Star.
NBT.
So used to it. NBT Bank. Yep.
And from the right corner, the shot won't fall for Noah Tanner of Mid-Valley. And with 1:15 remaining, Mid-Valley still battles underneath, and Lakeland will come out of the pack with it. Matt Hayes, wearing number 34, will bring the ball across midcourt for Lakeland. 59 seconds remaining. Shot rattled in and out. Aki Glover misfired. 70-43. There's one that hung on the rim and wouldn't fall. Dan Brown collects the carom for the Chiefs. Look at that open shot. off the mark for Logan Kloss Walton.
Well, there are enough of them. They're Pat Walton family. You know, remember Pat Walton? What a great basketball player he was in his day. Was one of the superstars of the Lackawanna League.
Like to see him post up and play.
Oh, Josh, I remember that.
Yeah, great memories there. 70-43 Mid-Valley. They will just let the clock wind down. 10 seconds left. And with 4 seconds remaining, we have a foul on the play.
That was a foul? Never saw it. Now you have to play the game right to the end. That's the way it is.
Noah Tanner takes the inbound pass, and that will do it. The Mid-Valley Spartans will advance to the title game of the 43rd annual Pete Turonis NBT Bank Holiday Classic with an impressive 70-43 victory over the Lakeland Chiefs. Congratulations to Mid-Valley and head coach Mike Abda as they will defend their title, and Glenn Muskowski is going to step away. He says he'll be back, folks, as he has some duties as he is on the committee of the Pete Turonis NBT Bank tournament, so he has a lot of duties to take care of. So it was Mid-Valley. Lakeland got out to that great start. In the first 4 or 5 minutes of the ball game, they actually had the lead against the Mid-Valley Spartans. The Spartans came out. They were very sluggish, but once they got in sync, it was like they flipped a switch. They played outstanding basketball, and at the end of one quarter of play, Mid-Valley had a 12-8 advantage, and then they had an outstanding second quarter as they outscored Lakeland 25-6 to lead by 23 at the half, 37-14. They had a 57-30 advantage at the end of 3, and the final score was 70-43 as Mid-Valley will advance to the title game coming up on Sunday night.
This Adams Cable Channel 7 sports presentation of the Pete Turonis NBT Bank Holiday Classic was brought to you by Adams Cable Service and NBT Bank. Coming up next, the Valley View Cougars face the Carbondale Area Chargers in the semifinal game of the Pete Turonis NBT Bank Holiday Classic here on Adams Cable Channel 7.